Testing. Testing. There we go. Whalers and the Toronto Huskies. Alright. So, Whalers and Huskies. Here we go. Welcome to Blue Whale Field, home of the Boston Whalers. They're going to be hosting the Toronto Huskies. Hunter Green, Boston Whalers had a big win yesterday over the Toronto Huskies. No. Yeah, it was the last game pitched for the Whalers. As you can see, 90 pitches, 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run. There we go. First pitch, next. Whalers Huskies, stick around. Taking the mound for the Boston Whalers is going to be Grayson Rodriguez. He came in he's had 2 starts already. 10 innings pitched, and for the Huskies is going to be Cody Bellinger. Top of the first inning, and we are underway. 14 fastball, right at the bell for strike 1. A sold out crowd here in Cambridge. Yes, this is actually in Cambridge, not in downtown Boston. Makes it a bit of a unique Boston sports team. Grayson Rodriguez on. So, the Whalers and the Huskies, here's Joseph Ortiz. Four-seamer, 97, 0-1. So for the Toronto Huskies, it's been it's been up and down, but they've been on the uptick recently. They're scoring a lot of runs. That's been their thing. Lots of runs. They kind of just overload you. 1-1. There's counts 1-1. Just going to see where they are in this series. And it's 1-2 to Joseph Ortiz. There's a ball into center field for a base hit. And Ortiz is aboard for the Toronto Huskies. So it's the final of a 3-game series there. That's all I was trying to figure out. There's Ronald Acuna Jr. He'll get one. Catch at first. There's one. And the throw to second is late. Unable to get Ronald Acuna Jr. So, nice diving stop at third, then the throw to second. Good try, but just a bit too late. Good running by Ronald Acuna there. Here's Barry Thornton for the Huskies. So the Whalers, they won the first 2 games of this series. Solid curveball for strike 1. Toronto, a slight threat here for the Whalers. They need to find. It's up to Rodriguez. They're going to rely on him to get out of this jam as it's 0-2 the count. 4 RBIs in the last 6 games for Barry Thornton. Because this Toronto team is offensively, they're on fire, and then they face the Boston Whalers, and it's 1-2 the count. They already show Huskies game at home. One on their own. Just got a piece of the circle, change up 1-2. So the Whalers. There's a curveball 2-2. The Whalers, they've had a fantastic start. They have Shohei Ohtani. I mean, and they have Austin Wells catching. They have this whole lineup. Swing and a miss, and they got him on a 4-seamer. 2 down. Rodriguez doing a very solid pitch to strike out Thornton there. Here's Dale Williams. 2 outs here. Top of the first. Trying to get out of this 2-out, 2-on jam. Both those Toronto jerseys are red and black. Black and red. Black being their main color. I don't know why we don't see more of that. The main color being black. Instead, it's the Panthers somewhat. Circle change up and it's 1-1. 2-1, excuse me. I think maybe it's a storage space thing that's screwing up my streams. That might be it. 2 balls, 1 strike to count because it's happened 3 days in a row. Circle change up, tap foul on 2-2. Another pitch. Just tap the slider. Foul again. Sorry about a half-hour late start. Just how things happen. So Williams here. Trying. Yeah, there's him. Whoa. Just look at it. It's full. It is packed here in Boston. They've won the last 2 of this series. So that's understandable. This means they do draw a fly ball out towards right field. Not going to be deep enough, and that will do it. There's the catch. The end of the first top of the first. We head to the bottom of the first inning. So the Whalers get out of a jam. 2 on, 2 out. As we head to the bottom of the first. 1 hit for the Huskies. No score. Take the mound for the Toronto Huskies is going to be Max Scherzer. He'll take the mound. He's thrown 2 games already this year. Of course, I covered one of them. 4.91 ERA. Got 7 strikeouts so far. 3 times Cy Young, 1 winner in Major League Baseball. 4.9% strikeout rate. And his leadoff hitter is James Wood. He'll start this year, obviously. Just barely trying to get that above 200. batting, most likely probably what he's struggling with is... That's weird. Okay, yeah. It was... Why is it not full? This is the one thing I'm also the show needs to fix. Consistent crowds, dude. The crowd... It was full in the first top of the inning, now it's half empty. Got him on a 4-seamer 1 and 2. I would think now is when it would be full. Another 1-1. Got him on a circle changeup for strikeout number 1. 1 down here in the bottom of the first inning. I'm not gonna lie, that was a terrible swing. And that, or if the count's 0 and 2, if it's not what you want, you take it. And if you're on 2 strikes, then it becomes anything you can hit. Anything you can hit that's in the zone, swing at it. Anything in the zone, swing at it. And there's one. That'll be a bloop single up the middle for a base hit, and Torres is aboard for Boston. There's there's Shohei. Playing in Boston for the Whalers. So Ohtani, he is Ohtani. Surprised that's as low as it is. 2-time home run champion. Oh no, he's Shohei Ohtani. 2-way player. He doesn't really pitch anymore. Be a tapper. There's one. Grounded into a double play, and that ends the inning. We head to the top of the second. We're still scoreless after the first. So JD Martinez is going to lead off the second for the Huskies. Toronto. It's been an up and down team. They have started to score a lot of runs, and then they just kind of got planked in the first 2 games of this series against the Whalers. Fly ball out towards our field. This one is on the track. It's not, and it's going to be off the wall. They thought that was going to be gone, and that'll be extra bases for JD as he's on second with a leadoff double here in the top of the second. So let's start for the Whalers here. For the Huskies, excuse me. Very solid start here. It's always starting in with a leadoff double. See, he thought it was gone. He stopped running. Like, oh yeah, that thing's gonna go over the fence, and then it bounced off of the fence. Here's Ivan Herrera. Nice 4-seamer. Inside fastballs. At least to me, it seems like a hard pitch to even attack, just because it's so awkward when they're inside on the inside of the strike zone. It's nice curveball there. 0-2 upper outside corner. Corners are hard as well, because you do have to reach over. Lower outside corner and the upper inside corner are probably the hardest parts of the zone to hit. Another one going to be fouled off into the somehow empty crowd. I don't really understand. It was full a moment ago. Another 0-2, the pitch. Swung and a miss, and he got him. And that's 1 out for Toronto, for Boston. Very nice day in downtown Cambridge. It does kind of almost feel like a New York Giants/Jets situation with the Boston Whalers, because they just could be called the Cambridge, but Boston has more name recognition than Cambridge does. It sounds better. 0-2, got him at the bottom of the zone with the fastball. He is nailing the placement of his fastballs. They seem to be in very good spots early on in his start today. He seems to know where to place the fastball. Struck him out in the circle changeup, 2 down. Dark Side fans here at Blue Whale Field. Here's Ryan O'Hearn. Two out, 1 on. That's fouled off. Just strike one. Do love the Huskies. Husky logo. The cap logo. It's fantastic. The main logo has a leaf behind it, which I love that one too. Round to short. Throw back to the first is in time to end the inning. We head to the bottom of the second. Andy Whitfield to the plate for the Boston Whalers. With 5 batting average, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, and a 717 OPS. Both teams still looking to get on the board, so see if Boston can make some noise here in the second. We're going to get the Huskies in the top of the inning, but they're struggling to make contact in the first. It'd be a shame if Shohei Ohtani does not get a hit today. It would be a shame. Circle change of curves right down Broadway. 1 and 2. Let's get a piece of that fastball at the top of the zone there. The top of the zone is I think the type of pitch you can like recognize it. The angle and this first go. Swing and a miss and a 4-seam fastball. And he strikes out swinging. 2 down. 1 down. Second K for Max Scherzer, the veteran. Here's Ethan Shoemaker. He's had a really good start this year. 324 banger. The line 1 into center field. This one is going to get to it. And yes, he will. Cody Bellinger in center field. There's 2 outs. JJ Bleday, the Oakland Athletic, to play for Boston. There. Oh, he's using that slur pitch. Which is a unique pitch. And the pitchers who know how to use it are very good. Whalers have one of their own, Hunter Green. He knows how to throw it with the Reds. I suppose can get him deep in the game on occasion. Bleday strikes out swinging. We head to the bottom of the second inning. We're still scoreless after 1.5.
Leading off for Toronto,
the third. Sorry. Top of the third inning. Here's Cody Bellinger to lead off. Looks ready in that sense. Good job to rank lines. That circle changeup on pitchers, they wouldn't recognize exactly. You have to be able to just being able to tell, oh, it's this pitch, and then then it also helps you tell, oh, it's going to do this thing. Swung and missed for a circle changeup, 1 and 2. Cody Bellinger, he's a decent hitter. They just 270 man this year so far as it's fouled off. Another 1-2.
2-2.
Circle changeup and it's 2 and 2. Partially clouding anything in Boston. At least in this universe. 2 and 2.
Full count.
I don't know if it's I don't know the actual weather in Boston. I did go to Boston once. Not that long, a couple months ago. I did get to visit Cambridge. I did get to visit MIT. As Bellinger strikes out looking, and there's 1 out. The 5th strikeout for Grayson Rodriguez. Here's Joseph Ortiz. He pulls that one foul. For strike one. So when I was in Boston, oh yeah, I could probably spend half this game rambling about how he's... Let me see. I did get to see Fenway Park. I got to go in the Green Monster seats. And essentially what happens with the Green Monster, something real interesting. You'll go when they are some of the most expensive tickets in baseball, especially if it's like a dog. You know, it's like not if it's against like the Yankees on a Saturday night. It's gonna be worth a lot of money. Like I think 600 plus, just to sit there. You gotta sit there for a bit. And the thing is, there's a ball thrown to first for out number 2. Ortiz has retired. What else? And with Fenway Park, when you sit there, there's not a very high chance you're actually going to be able to catch a home run ball, because they're rare. If you like home runs, maybe sit there, but every once in a while they do go there. Pretty cool when they do. It's basically like in Oracle Park, they have a similar type of arrangement where they have a wall that wall that blocks them, that separates the field from the Mission Bay. What do they call it? Oh my! They have a nickname for it that I forget. There's a fly ball. That one's gonna hook foul. But he's under it, and he'll make the catch, and that ends the inning. So we head to the bottom of the third. So take a look at the Boston Whalers record. They've been very good against them. But series is tied at 1 when the Huskies and the Huskies. They swept the Expos and the Twisters, which the Twisters sweep is fascinating. They just did fantastic, and then they lost. They did lose 2 against the Titans. I did cover when they lost 11-6. Second one kind of before. Their last 10 have been interesting. 7-3. It's been their first 10 because this is their 11th game of the season. Bottom of the third inning, and a pitch 4-seamer for strike 1, just in the upper half of the zone. Austin Wells at the plate for the Whalers. It's so weird to see Wells and Ohtani on the same team. They'll be lined for a base hit down the left field line. That one's going to go all the way to the wall. That'll be extra bases for Austin Wells. And he's got a leadoff double. Nice start for Wells and the Whalers. It's all about being ready for it. I don't think their outfield is ready for one to go down the left field line and into the corner like that. It's kind of, you have to get to it as fast as possible. And it's probably going to be a double no matter what, but if a hit like that becomes a triple, you know you've made a mistake. So keep Ryan Hayes at the plate for the Whalers here. So if they hit a home run, you'll hear some Brass Bonanza. Slurving at 21 the count. Brass Bonanza prepared up right here. Another thing is that this stadium is completely surrounded by universities and all that stuff. I mean, MIT and Harvard. It's almost like a minuscule rivalry of who has the better numbers, who has the best students. You can't really do sports because they both suck at sports. There's a fly ball. And the catch. And there's going to be a throw. And Wells will stay on second. There's 1 out at the bottom of the third. Coming to the plate is Trey Sweeney for the Whalers. Probably the worst batting average on the team. Just look at 1 homer and an RBI, and that's it. Oh, he's still wrong.
That's in ball.
I mean, he has something for stats. Yeah, he has a lot of games like that. Just based on the batting average, you can couple in for
No,
that.
that missed. That's a ball.
Four-seamer for ball two. Still able to get a home run and RBI, so not necessarily so there's something there.
Hike one.
Swing and a miss, 2-1.
2-1's the count.
Gotta be patient. That's the whole thing with this. Be patient with the pitcher. You wait for the pitcher to swing at it. Swings at that one, and it's gonna be a fly ball to center field, and that's gonna drop down for a base hit. Running around third, and he will score. No, he won't. He won't try for third. Try for home. But swings. He's got a base hit. The runners on the corners for the Boston Whalers here. I think if he darted fast enough, he could have tried for home if he wanted to. It would be a close race. He may or may not make it. That's the thing. Probably a smart decision to hold back at third. But the thing is now, if Wood gets a base hit, it's gonna be that'll bring him home. Huskies gonna try and keep the game scoreless. One out. Runners in the corners. The fly ball. Back it goes. It's on the track. Well, that one's gonna drop for a base hit. I mean, it's all the way to the wall. One run will score. Another run should score. And the throw is going to be late. 2-0 Whalers. And Boston's in front. 2-0. Two-run double for James Wood. Good job by Wells. And the runner after him. Keep this train going. Here's Gleyber Torres. For the Whalers to the plate. 1-for-1 today. A grounder. Throw to first, and he's retired. There's just James Wood on second. Here's Shohei Ohtani. There's a standing ovation every time goes. He is Shohei Ohtani. See if he can do his magic for the Whalers. Has a unique batting stance. Knows like the Ohtani because they're just knows his batting stance. His batting stance is that not every batting stance works for everybody. One right under that circle changeup and the count's 1-1. And the pitch.
No, that's in.
So it's only a changeup and it's 2-1. Another pitch. 2-2, the count to Ohtani. Scherzer gonna look to get him out for a second time. The 2-2 from Scherzer, the pitch.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
That one, the four-seamer just called ball, just barely outs off the plate. Whitfield is on deck. 3-2 to Ohtani. Bit of an antsy crowd here. They want to see, they love their Shohei. The 3-2 pitch. Swing. There it goes. High fly ball. And goodbye, home run. Ohtani magic here in Boston. And the Whalers lead 4-0. Fourth homer of the season for Ohtani. Well, he is Shohei after all. Absolute bullet into the grass. And the Whalers able to extend their lead to 4.
That's a ball.
Here's Andy Whitfield.
1-0.
1-0 count for Whitfield. And the Whalers. So Shohei Ohtani with an absolute bomb. I mean, absolutely crushed it. Here's Shohei Ohtani. Another fly ball. Out off. And it's 1-2. I mean, that was just amazing. Just I didn't expect him to absolutely cork it just out of nowhere. Oh yeah, pop up. Third base side. Oh, he's under it. Under that foul ball. No make a catch, and we head to the fourth inning. Oh, Johnny Magic here in the fourth. Here in the third inning. It's 4-0 Boston. I'm Troy with the single in his debut for the Oakland Ocean in the NBL. Sunrise extra inning win over the Utah Raptors. And they were just breaking out of a slump for the tier performance against the New Orleans Gators. So to the plate for the Toronto Huskies is Barry Thornton. There's a fly ball out towards left field. Not going to be deep enough. And there's the catch. And there's one down.
Now batting, shortstop Dale.
Here's the shortstop Dale Williams for Toronto. They are in a hole now, so.
Ball.
And then whoever wins this game takes the series. They won the first game when they lost yesterday. So the Brothers can get back-to-back wins against the Huskies. It's definitely the Whalers. I mean, they've had a great first 10 games in the NBL. Great start to the season for the Whalers. I expect them, since they have two superstars, Otani and Austin Wells, to be in, like, you know, they're gonna be a force to compete with as the season goes along. Definitely. Another interesting thing. Oh, he's smoking, and that's gonna be foul. Fun to watch though. Yeah. And they absolutely hit absolute bombs, but they're in the corner. Foul.
Full count.
The pitch. Got him on a slider. 3-2. The count to Dale Williams. JD Martinez at the plate. Good piece of that one to third. And for the person, and there is 2 down.
Now batting, left fielder JD Martinez.
So Martinez up. He doubled his first at bat for Toronto, which they need some offense. Because Shohei Ohtani absolutely just burning them alive.
Heck what?
Solid four-seamer. Was that 96 or 98? Oh, very good. His fastball placement is fantastic. It does look unhittable just because it's on spots so that one's going to be lined. Foul. Could have been dangerous though, but not necessarily. Rodriguez going to try and get out of the inning. Oh, he got able to get a piece of that one, but it's probably going to... Oh, he can't get it. That's going to be a base hit. Martinez is safe on first. I thought that was some bad fielding there. Allows Martinez to be safe. And the conversation with his, like, you know, the base running coach or whatever. The grounder just short. Long throw to first is in time. And we head to the bottom of the fourth. Huskies unable to get on the board as they trail 4-0. We head to the bottom of the inning. So Ethan Schumacher to the plate for the Whalers. Shoemaker? I say Shoemaker, not I have a habit of saying Schumacher.
One ball, no strikes.
Is ball one. This could be. See what Shoemaker can do. He's had a really good start. He's gonna have us not saying Gotta be somebody named I feel like some other athlete was named Schumacher, and I just started. That's the only way I know how to say it.
That missed. That's a ball.
So
2-1.
Schumacher, yeah. 314 batting average. He's had a good start. Decent start to this. Near at the plate. He'll line a base hit down the left field line. He is the board for the Whalers. The leadoff single for Shoemaker. They'll bring up J.J. Bleday. Take that circle change up. With like pitch it like change ups, they off speed pitches really in general. It's kind of something you adjust to. You don't really, because most pitchers don't. There are some pitchers, certain pitchers that there's not that many pitchers that are known for off speed, except for like maybe like closers and or just relievers. Bullpen pitchers are the only ones who really use it. Starters not so much. And Jay Bleday is hit. He's gonna go to first, and they're gonna pull. They're gonna pull Max Scherzer. It looks like here. He did not last. The aging veteran seems to be done for the game. We'll take him out. Here's William Clarkson coming to the mound for Toronto. Let's see how he does in the game today. As the Huskies trying to shut down Boston. Bad news. Austin Wells, your first batter, William. I'm thinking about with being a relief pitcher, you could be thrown in. There's a chance you're going to be thrown in the worst situation possible. You're facing like a Judge or an Ohtani in the NBL. Yeah, there is no Aaron Judge. He's not in this league. The NBL. But you could be thrown into a super dangerous batter when you're down like 4-3, and you just need to hold on, and then so your team can win it in the bottom of the inning. Or it could be thrown into like some 9-1 blowout game, just so they put you in for like an inning, just so that they can rest their pitchers a little more. Hasn't thrown a strike to Wells. And the pitch. Ball 4, and Wells will take first. We'll take first base. Bases loaded, nobody out. Here's Brian Hayes. Back-to-back walks for the Huskies, I believe. Brian Hayes, let's see what he can do here.
Nope, ball.
Decent fastball there for ball 1. Now there's fans in the stands. They're on their feet. They want to see a Whaler grand slam here. Nice knuckle curler. It's a good one to change things up a bit. The pitching. That's gonna be a line base hit. 1 run will score. Another run should score as well, and it is 6-0 Whalers. This crowd is going wild, and they just love to see it. So 2 RBI, nice single. And this here is Grace Sweeney. Want to see who's aboard? So I can't. Sometimes my brain does kind of. Here's Jonah. Alright. So I deleted videos, and I want to see what happens, cause it keeps stopping the stream. So my guess is it's like running out of room. So just stop it. I think that's what might be happening.
0-1.
The bottom of the fourth, and there's 2 on for the Whalers here. So James Wood at the plate. Going to be a grounder towards third. There's 1. There's 2. And there's a double play. There are 2 outs, but there is still a runner on third. He's Gleyber Torres. 1 for 2 today for the Whalers. He's now a Detroit Tiger. Do miss him with the New York Yankees. Guess I'm a Yankees fan, but not to talk too much about it. Rounder to third, then throw to first, and that'll end the inning. And finally, the Huskies get out of it, but we head to the 5th. 7-0 Boston after 4. And Juan Yep is going to lead off the 5th for Toronto. So Grayson Rodriguez still on the mound for the Whalers. He's Yepes with 3 home runs, just a second on Toronto's club, the Toronto Huskies. So 96-mile-an-hour fastball from Rodriguez. He's had 65 pitches. See how long they're gonna, because he is. Strong Rollins 2-1. They didn't got a hit.
2
They got
balls,
3
1
hits.
strike.
Are they gonna have to try and see if they can pitch a complete game shutout? Line foul into the corner. 2-2. So very like historic. Almost has like a similar feeling to Fenway Park. It's like real small. It's not maybe the field dimensions are a bit bigger, but still has a similar feeling. And the brick exterior. The thing is, this streets are like really Boston's Fenway Park has this too. It's very intimate. Columbus Coliseum's probably a little more intimate for the NBL though, which I was in yesterday to covered the Aviators yesterday at the Columbus Coliseum, which they beat the Stingers 7-1. Let's go Aviators. That's my home. I love Columbus. There's a fly ball into center field. This one. And there's the catch for out number 1. Here's Ryan O'Hearn. And he was absolutely fooled on that 4-seam fastball right there. When it happened on that pitch and it curved up, I think he didn't realize. I think he just assumed it was going to be, because it's all an estimation thing. You have to like estimate where the ball will land based on its trajectory. Kind of okay, you see it like maybe the way like something curves. If there's a ground to the third, and O'Hearn is retired, 2 down. First, the crowd gets excited. Boston they love their sports. This is Boston sports for you. When they're sometimes a little bit obnoxious, and sometimes they make their entire personality hating rival teams. You know what type of person I'm talking about. You know what. So New York has this problem too. LA has this problem. A lot of big fan bases have this problem when they have a big. Ew, they're disgusting. Giants fans, yes, they do. San Francisco, of course. Not football.
2-1.
I don't really do football. I mean, I know how to call football. I suck with names, obviously, because I don't know anybody. But, if I had like all the names right, or if I studied a bit, I could probably learn enough that I could probably do it. Swing and a miss, and he got him. We head to the bottom of the fifth. 7-0 Whalers. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Here's Shohei Ohtani. Once again, he had a homer. His last at-bat, 2-run blast.
Nope. Ball.
Was an absolute monster shot. See if he hits another monster shot.
Hee-haw.
For ball in 21. Pop fly into shallow left center field. And the running catch. Round number 1, and Ohtani's retired. There's Andy Whitfield. A fly ball. And the catch. And there's 2 down. So the Boston Whalers, they've been fantastic today. Here's Ethan Shoemaker. He's 1 for 2 with a single because they just keep getting hit after hit after hit. Over and over again. Retro music. Fix that sinker 0-1.
1 strike.
No, stuck with that on that single. He kind of froze there, as you saw. He was like flinched, and then he didn't swing on it. I mean, if it's something that you'll just get a strike anyway, you might as well just take it. Only if it's only 2, then you basically have to swing out and stay alive in the count. There's a foul ball. If you just keep fouling on balls, you can just basically wait for the pitch you like. It is. First goal, that's a fly ball. Not gonna be deep enough. He's right under it. Didn't even have to move. He makes the catch, and we head to the 6th. Here's Joseph Ortiz.
Ball, that's low.
Looks that 2-seam fastball just a bit low. 2 warming up. Daniel Nunez and Santillan warming up in the Whaler bullpen.
2-0.
They're keeping Rodriguez on the mound, which I like to see that. I'm gonna see if I can get him to at least 8 innings.
3-0.
I like to see them pitch deeper into games. I always really like that. Complete games are just becoming less common. It's getting less common to see them pitch like into the. It's still common enough. It's not a crazy thing to hear. They're just pitching in the 7th to 8th inning, especially if they're like shutout innings. It still happens. It's just not like it used to, where that was the standard. Because now you can. So Ortiz will walk. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. Looking for his first hit today as he's 0 for 2. Fly out in the fielder's choice. That's basically just a pop-up on the infield. In practice, that's pretty much all it is. Forcing her inside. That I saw what he was trying to do in that fastball. Just, he's had very good fastball accuracy. That was like the first one that was like glaringly obvious that was not what he meant to do with it. 101 the count. Guess he redeemed himself. That fastball that was up in the corner, he was trying to get right on the corner, and then it went
Nope, that's
a
outside.
little bit too high. That's the ball too. See the light in the window? Are people watching the game from their kitchen? Or watching the game while their store is closing? I mean, it wouldn't be a bad idea to have, like, you can kind of look into it. Kind of watch the game from the street. This one's also kind of like it's built downwards. It's not as obvious as the Columbus Coliseum, but it's slightly... Now, there's a base hit. This one all the way to the wall. And finally again, there'll be a throw. One run will score for the Huskies, and they're on the board. So, Ronald Acuna Jr. with an RBI double. A 12-game hitting streak for him as well. The Huskies just really haven't. Maybe is this the start of like a comeback? Let's see. But they got a steep hill to climb. With a fly ball, not deep enough. Jackson then is he gonna tag? Yes, he will, and we'll get to third easily. Ronald Acuna Jr. is on 90 feet away from home plate. Here's Dale Williams with one down. Shortstop for Toronto. Just tapped that two-seam fastball for strike one. He was 0 for 3 yesterday against Boston. Pretty well struck, but it's foul. One thing I wish I did more is I wish I did more side text for the jerseys. I think a few jerseys would improve if I did more of that. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and there's 2 down. I started to do that a lot more at the end. As here's JD Martinez once again. He's 2 for 2, a double and a single, so he needs a homer and a triple. Hey, cycle. Maybe. Triple's the hard one to get when it comes to getting a cycle. So there's ball 1 for the Huskies. Another one will be fouled off. 1-1 the count. Outside my house it's raining, which everybody knew it was going to eventually start to rain. The ball is just going to curve down 2-1. One thing I know, tomorrow is going to be like just a complete... Tomorrow will be nuts for the little military parade. I don't want to get political, but yeah, that's going to happen tomorrow. As he struck out swinging there, and that ends the inning. We head to the bottom of the 6th. This is center fielder J.J. Blade. I'm gonna foul that one off to start off. Why is the game? It started off full, which just would make sense for them to be a full crowd. The weather's doing so good. Plus Boston, well, Cambridge, but it's the Boston area because this would be their team. An 0-2 count for the Whalers and the pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Third ball, 1 and 2. Probably like a lot of people that would come to this would be MIT and Harvard. Sharp Road, yeah, they're going through a lot of stuff right now, especially since, like, you know, oh, they're not allowed to go to Harvard. It's basically like a thing. It's like a full-on war between them and the Trump admin. I don't want to get political here, but he's almost like just really close by the Boston area. It has to do with
2 and 2.
right next to where this would be happening with the Whalers here. Nothing.
Full count.
A lot of people that would come to these would be like college level age students. They would have easy access to. There's a fly ball. Now towards right field. It's going on its way. Not enough because he's going to make the catch just in front of the warning track. Route number 1. Here's Austin Wells. He's already doubled his first time getting it. Was he hit? This should be his third at bat. I believe he was hit.
Hee-haw! It's 0 and 1.
9-9-2 yes for Austin Wells. Which I really do like Austin Wells. But yeah, it was probably a bit biased since I am a Yankee fan. Love Judge, love Stanton. I do want to see more from Stanton. But I get it. Grounded to first, run to the back, round number 2. And the Wells is retired. Lights are still on. Here's Brian Hayes.
Hee-haw!
He'll take that sinker. And they're going to pace that sinker foul down the left field line. 94 miles an hour on that sinker. NBL 0-2. Down off a knuckle cooker, which most like off-speed pitches are really hard to hit like that one. Because when they break, you have to kind of just over. There's a fly ball, a no-doubter. Goodbye, home run. It's 8-1 Boston. To Brian Hayes with a solo blast. Third this season. And the Whalers' blowout lead is now 7 runs. So the Whalers here, their offense is absolutely exploded. There's Trey Sweeney.
No, that's it.
20 minutes left. I probably won't react as much now to Otani another one because I feel like I did a little bit overreact. I wanted to see an Otani blast so bad. I really did. I saw it. Fantastic. I absolutely despising the Dodgers. I do really like Otani. Otani's cool. And a 1-1 pitch. Got a piece of that one towards second. Throw to the bag for out number 3, and it's inside. Brian Hayes with a solo blast, and the Whalers extend their lead to 8-1. There's Daniel Nunez to play for the Whalers. He's coming to the mound. If I said the play, sorry. In case I did. I feel like I might have. I wasn't paying too much attention. As I said half a moment ago. Here's Ivan Herrera.
0 balls, 1 strike.
Swung at that fastball. He chased it. And then it's just almost like if you have a controller. This is how many people show. So
No balls, 2 strikes.
assuming you play this game, when you're playing the game, sometimes you need to just sit there and just put the controller down. Just take it. Just so you get a feeling, especially when you sit there and take pictures if you're struggling with hitting. This is also tip for, I'll leave the show, but tip for me as well. Just put the controller down. Take it off the A button for Xbox. So you want to strikes last one, and here's Juan Yepes, the DH. Another patch.
1-0.
Slider drifted well outside for ball one. That is a bit tricky to like manage the tracking of a pitch like that. And a 2-0.
No, that's high.
Of course, we're struggling to reach those, hit the strike zone here. Struggling to get his ball to land over the plate. And he's not. Finally got that slider. And just I don't really understand what makes it, but you have to learn how to not get. There's a fly ball. Back it goes. This one's on its way, and it's going to drop down for a double. It's going to bounce to the wall. And Yepes with a double. He's aboard with one down. In the top of the seventh. Is it quite the blowout game. And Ryan Hearn's next. Solid double for Juan Yepes. Here's Ryan O'Hearn. Husky. I mean, would I say this game's lost? Yeah, probably. Then, I mean, not to say that comebacks don't happen, but they need to drive up their offensive production 3 times over, because it's just not there. They're not getting enough hits. Unless everybody starts just hitting home runs all of a sudden. Maybe probably work back within reasonable deficit, because right now they're down 7 runs. Forcing runs 2-2. Oh, I need to get into a habit of having the intro video, because I don't use it very often. I need to use it more. I've only used it twice so far, and I've had it for like ready for like a week and a half. Full count pitch. Called strike 3, 2 down. It's Cody Bellinger. After this, I'm gonna watch the 3rd period of the Calder Cup final. In the checkers, since I am a hockey guy as well. I'm gonna do my calling hockey a bit, but I've been dying to call baseball for quite a while now. I'm having fun. Going in the center fielder base hit, runner around third, he will score. It'll be an RBI single for Cody Bellinger. Just barely. That was a close race. I thought that was going to be. He barely made it, but he was able to get to the bag in time. Oh, look at that, just almost. Here's Joseph Ortiz, and so it's 8-2. If they can string a few hits together, they might be able to get back in this game, but they need to actually make that happen. That's the more, like, knowing what to do is the easy part, just, and then it's kind of, probably saying, it's a lot easier to say. How does it go? This is a slider tap foul. It's a lot easier to just say that than to actually do it. And that's kind of what I'm trying to say, but famous line. Easier said than done. That's the line I'm looking for. A comeback is definitely easier said than done for the Huskies. Easier said than done. They're down by 6. Chase that pitch. Swung and a miss for strike 3. We head to the bottom of the 7th. 8-2 Whalers. So the Huskies get a couple back. Here's James Wood to lead it off for the Boston Whalers. James Wood to the plate.
No, ball.
Uncle. Courage just barely called a ball. That seems to be basically a miniature Ephus pitch, which that's not even in MLB. The show there's a grounder at second.
Got him.
And the bag is late, and there's one down. Just Labor Torres to the play for the Whalers, 1 for 3. And a single today. The Whalers, I mean, it's kind of probably at this point for the Whalers, just more of an individual thing. Like, get a run for me, so I can continue my streak, or I can get out of my slump, or I can improve my batting average, get another home run, or stuff like that. That's mainly what they're playing for now. Oh yeah. Well, that was pulled foul, I guess. If you're trying to find the right word. Describe it.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
Nice curveball, 2-2. Just the angle of that curveball was like really nice. Yeah, he got it was unlucky. Ball strike 3 on a sinker. Fans don't like it. Probably won't be that effective in the long run. Here's Shohei once again with that monster two-run blast in the 3rd. Oh, he hits another one well. Out towards left field. Under the scoreboard. Goodbye, home run. His 2nd home run today. Shohei Ohtani. He's Shohei Ohtani for a reason. 380 feet, 103 off the bat. His 2nd blast in this game. It absolutely wasn't as wowzers as the first home run, but a solo blast, and it's 10-2. 9-2 maybe. Two home runs for Shohei Ohtani, and they're going to pull William Clarkson. And they'll bring in John Curtis for the Toronto Huskies. Here's Andy Whitfield. 0 for 3. He's had a rough series against the Huskies. He'll ground one to short in the third of the bag, and that will end the inning. So the Whalers, with a solo blast from the big man Shohei Ohtani, it's 9-2. Here's Tony Santillan coming on for Boston. Gonna try and get the Whalers blowout intact. I like his walk-up song. Heard it a few times from some other players. It's just the in-game walk-up song. Walk-up song. Yeah, walk-up. Walk-up songs, or entrance songs for like relievers. Just like one to Acuna. is the Atlanta Brave.
No, that's low. Ball.
Forcing him to leave the count 1-1. It says 15K attendance, but I didn't know well that it was full in the beginning. Four-seamer upstairs, he swung at it. 1-2 the count. It's a two. What about the stadium? It's like a 2-deck stadium. There's two flat decks, it's like old school almost. Not a very large one. They have, I think, 34,000 seats. Maybe about the size of, what do you call it? Progressive Field. About the same size as that. Yeah, the first race to the bag. And there's out number 1 for the Huskies as Ronald Acuna Jr. is retired. Here's Barry Thornton. Another thing I did do in Boston, I did get to see the Prudential building. I got to stand on top on both the outdoor, because the way it is, the Prudential building, is everything in downtown Boston's connected. It's like a home. You can go down like an entire street of just like corporate buildings, and you don't have to go outside because they're all connected. It's really cool. And one of these. There's a like mallish area that you can go to the Prudential building. When I was in Boston, I got to go to the very top. For the ticket you pay for it. There's a lot of cool stuff there. They have a like scenic setup of Boston inside that you can look at. They have video screens about the Boston Bruins. There's a whole map, and there's this top section, I guess, at the very top. This top floor that you go in. It's basically like a 3D observatory, and then one floor under that they have an outdoor observatory, like a deck that goes all the way around, and there's also a bar there. When you go to the top, the wind is so strong, and it's 50-mile-an-hour wind up there just because of how high you are. There's a base hit for Barry Thornton, and he's aboard for Toronto with 1 out. And here is the 5th in the batting order, Dale Williams, talking to his first base coach, Dudzinski. It says he is.
That's a ball.
I'm surprised the Whalers didn't just. Oh, okay. The Huskies they do have these games where they just score 15, a ridiculous amount of runs, kind of almost like a. Not almost like an epidemic sort of. The Huskies just happens at all the. They were doing multiple games early on this season. Not every team was able to do that. 9-2 lead for the Whalers, top of the 8th. The one pulled foul, and it's 2-0. So the foul makes it 2-1. Basically, the only thing is Ohtani. Down in a second, throw to first, and double play, and that ends the inning. We head to the bottom of the 8th. There's Ethan Shoemaker, the right fielder for Boston. Got Alabama in his country music. Oh, he gets a high fly ball. This one going back. It will hook foul. Is he gonna get there? Yes, he will. Ronald Acuna Jr. JJ Bleday. Take his first pitch, a slider, and it's 1-0. So he just Boston night there. So, Trojan Adams warming up in the Husky bullpen. Probably gonna bring one just for the 9. For the Whalers, they just need three more outs after this and they win the ball game. Four-seamer, and it's 1-1 the count. 9-2 Whaler lead here in the bottom of the 8th. And the days of the play that they're basically just gonna ride into the, metaphorically of course, they're gonna ride into the sunset and just that's basically what they're gonna do for this. They're on cruise control right now. They don't really need more runs. So we're gonna miss in a 4-seamer and there's 2 down. First strikeout for John Curtis and Austin Wells. Pitch from Curtis.
Ball.
There's 2 S's. Another one fouled off. Well, he's probably one of the best catchers in Major League Baseball as a whole. He's an incredible catch for the New York Yankees. And it's 2-1 the count to Wells. Incredible start this year. You're in the National Baseball League is 1-2. 2-1. 321 batting average.
2 balls, 2
Take a
strikes.
4-seamer inside 2-2. First gonna get out of the inning for the Huskies.
Count is full.
Apparently not, as the count's full. And the one that fouled off wants to keep his at-bat alive. It's very, like, almost historic almost, because it's a lot of it's taken from elements of the New England Whalers. There's a ground, they're to third, long throw to first, and that ends the inning. The Whalers go try and finish this thing out. They lead 9-2. We get to the 9th. Here's JD Martinez. Lead off for the Toronto Huskies. Probably just hope for this misery to come to an end. So the Whalers are going to win this series, within it at least. We'll see. It's never over till it's over. Especially baseball is it's a more because comebacks are easier in baseball. I mean, because you can all you do is string a few base hits together, and all of a sudden you can erase the lead. So they're messing with a slider for strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
So still 2 warming up in the Whaler bullpen. Just in case something happens. We're gonna see. We're gonna see exactly what happens. 0-2 to count to Martinez, and the pitch. Swing and a miss to the 4-seam fastball. 1 down. The catcher Ivan Herrera. He's had a very rough ball game at the plate. This team's had a rough game. They've practically been beaten up, tossed out like a rag doll, and they've been toyed with practically by Boston today. Just 'cause they just hit so much. Basically stopping Otani basically mission impossible. And there's out number 2, and the Huskies are down at their final out. Potential final batter for the Huskies is the DH1 Yepes. And Whalers are 1 out away from winning the series here against the Toronto Huskies.
1-0.
Inside 1-0 the count. Oh, there's a lot of fans in the outfield. They're on their feet for Boston here. Right down Broadway, 1-1 from Santillan.
That missed. That's a ball.
Struggling with his fastball placement a bit. 2-1. You don't want to go too far inside. Fastball, the angle you throw it at, it could go like right with lane one, because unless you decide to angle it, it will just go straight, basically straight on. If you throw it inside, you have to angle it back towards the strike zone. But try and not walk Yepes.
Nope, ball 4. Take
Ball
a base.
4 called. They're in the upper outside corner. And Yepes is aboard for Toronto. So Ryan O'Hearn, and the game keeps going. Final batter for the Toronto Huskies, Ryan O'Hearn. There's a strike, and so 1. And no one.
Protect your base.
Oh, they hit him, and there's 2 on. For the Huskies, here's Cody Bellinger. He gets a blast here, that would be something. And against a brand new ball game. The Huskies it would be if he hits a home run. With the four-seamer in the upper half of the zone for strike 1. 2 strikes away. And you get 1 pitch.
Ball high.
Up high, 1-1. St. John's struggling with the strike zone here. So Whalers fans anticipating the win. 1-2, they're down to the final strike. And the pitch.
That's inside. Ball.
Inside 2-2. 2-2, and he's this close. This was pretty well hit. He's going to try and make the catch. He'll run down. He'll make the catch, and the Whalers win. The Whalers win 9-2. 2 homers from Otani. And some good offense. Gets him a 9-2 blowout win over the Toronto Huskies. That score 9-2. 10 hits for the Whalers. 7 hits for the Toronto Huskies. Jason Rodriguez away. Max shows the loss, and the Whalers lead the series 2-1. So that means another game. This is not the final game of the series. I'm Thomas Rose. Goodbye. See ya.